buy that for $1.
So, first off, we had deaths this week. Celebrity deaths are always hard because there are certain people that affect our lives in certain ways that kind of shape you as you grow up. And this week was really no different. And one of those people, of course, was Dr. Ruth Westheimer. And many of you may recognize her from the back of the books that your mom and dad were reading before they told you to, barrel off, go watch cartoons.
The sex doctor.
She was a pioneer in getting people to openly talk about sex, talk about your fantasies, talk about what you like, what you don't like, and getting people to be more functional as partners in their relationships. And she became a big, I don't want to say joke, but like just kind of a household name to Gen X in a roundabout way in that regard. So, the next time you rub one out, think about Dr. Ruth.
Oh, God. At the ripe age of 96. She's a little past her expiration date, buddy.
Oh.
Unless
Nonsense.
you want to talk about B. Arthur. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
So next, rolling along in the sadness, because I don't want to dwell. Another big surprise. This one actually was kind of a surprise. Richard Simmons passed away today at the age of 76.
Damn, we grew up with this guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, Richard was, for a lot of Gen X kids, kind of a joke. He was an inspirational person for heavyweight people to try to get thin. And if you were anything other than healthy, you were made fun of back in everything up to, say, like the 90s and early noughties. So for someone like him to come out and say, it doesn't matter what you look like, you're still lovable, I love you, and I'm going to help you love you, he was a pioneer because nobody else did that. And he got made fun of a lot for that. And it took a lot of age and wisdom and looking back and seeing that he was never a shithead in celebrity life. Like, he was always legit, sincere, wanting to help people. So, like, it's a really sad thing to see someone as inspirational as him go.
Yeah, I remember just basically growing up with him, seeing the infomercials, seeing him on like all these like different talk shows, from like Phil Donahue to Geraldo before he became a correspondent again. And like he always had this kind of very upbeat attitude. And I know we made jokes of it as a kid, but he was always a character, and it never felt like he was lacking for energy, like at all. You never felt like he was on something. You just felt like that's just his normal temperament. And he's always been a decent guy to people. I've never really heard a bad story about him. I've heard about some of his issues, but he never really treated anybody like bad. He was always very much trying to help people. So it's sad to hear what happened to him, and will always be remembered. But it sounds like it was just natural causes, nothing else to it. And that's, hey, if you're gonna go, I'd go in my sleep if I could.
Yeah.
Agreed. As was it Daryl Hannah in Kill Bill said, a luxury most of us aren't afforded.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep.
And then lastly, and very unfortunately, Shelly Duvall, who was absolutely perfect in everything that she was in, passed away this week at the age of 75.
Yeah.
And what a force of stardom she was. Like, like whether you grew up with Popeye or The Shining, like she was so everywhere in our youth. I don't know. I really loved Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, same here. I loved her in Popeye. Shining, what I heard, what they did to her to get her in that role.
She was basically tortured for that movie.
She was horribly psychologically abused. Horribly.
That was Kubrick's style for certain things he wanted out of an actor or actress.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, dude. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That was his style. I mean, he didn't treat everybody like that, but he treated some actors because he had a very particular feeling he wanted to pull out of them and emote. And it's like, I don't know if I'd go that route myself. I'd be like, are you sure you can't dig a little deeper in that core and think about when you lost your first puppy? Like, come on.
To still have the courage after that to go on to acting is amazing too.
Right.
Yes. But that having been said, she overcame that and overcame what remnants he left with her with that, because that gave her a lot of PTSD.
Yep.
And she continued to have a wonderful career until she decided that, you know what, I'm done playing this game, playing this person. I want to go be another kind of artist and just be happy.
Power to you. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah. And now at this point, really, I truly wish her well in her future endeavor, her next gig. You know, go get him.
Awesome.
Surprised you don't have a monolith in the background on that one.